we go, recording. You missed me? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a long time since I've made a video. This is the, I guess, first episode of this off-season series I'll be doing, and unlike the last series, I will actually complete it. Hopefully, don't quote me on that now. But I'm here at Hybrid. Hello, Daniela. I'm here to visit Daniela, and things have been good. Just came off of a really successful meet, total 10 times body weight, 825 kilos, weighing in at 82.5 kilos, and that comprised a 628 squat or 285 kilos for those of you who are imperially challenged, 474 bench press, which is a 215 kilo bench, which I think is a tie for the American record, and then a 325 kg deadlift or 716, which was an all-time PR. And honestly, this prep that I had was just, oh my God, it was just the best meet prep I've ever had in my life, best performance I've ever had. Everything just felt on point. I felt phenomenal, and I'm looking to take everything that I did from that prep and just stick to what works and keep working at it. You know, people like to go through phases in training, like scheduling their year, different goals, different approaches. But honestly, I'm of the persuasion that if there's no glaring issues and you're healthy, you know, run it back. Just keep doing what works, and just refine upon it. There were certainly some things that I knew that I could refine upon, but the overall plan was just phenomenal. And I have Brian Miner to thank for that. For those of you who don't know Brian Miner, he used to coach powerlifting pretty intensely. Used to coach Jackson Spencer, who, for those of you who don't know, was a pretty strong Canadian lifter. And yeah, he's a great friend of mine, and we pretty much sat down at the beginning of the block and just bounced ideas back and forth with each other. And we're like, this should work, this shouldn't work, this should work. All right, here's the plan. And we kind of just ran with it, and it went really well. So we're getting back to work. Starting to warm up squats here. Tempo squat single today. Some new stuff. You know, honestly, some days you feel it, and some days you don't. It's the start of the week. Usually I feel pretty solid to start off the week, but today I don't know, I'm shot. I felt okay during squats. Like, they wouldn't move that great, but like I felt very mentally in it, mentally prepared, like focused to squat. And then after squats, like everything just, like no matter how much caffeine you have in you, it just almost feels like you're just like floating. And it's been a struggle to get through bench here. So you guys just saw squat, you guys just saw bench. I'm moving on to Larson's now. Training has been pretty light, just like RPE wise and exertion wise. I'm trying to rebuild back up and really take my time getting back up to heavy top sets, just because I don't really have anything on the immediate horizon competition wise. Nobody really does at this point. So I'm really just trying to build upon what I know works. But today was just like, you kind of have to force yourself through it. And the thing about doing that, like people always talk about like discipline over motivation, blah, 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 but like what does that really mean? What actually has to happen is that to impose some sort of demand to do something onto yourself, in order to be able to consistently do that, the desire for X has to outweigh the detriment or the downside of Y, right? So like as far as training goes, like when you really feel like things are just like a chore to do, like there has to be, hey Alex, I'm just, talking to YouTube right now. We're here at Hybrid Gym. The desire to achieve something further down the road has to outweigh whatever shitty, lack of interest or detriment or boredom, whatever deterrent that there is in the short term has to be outweighed by something that you're looking to in the long term. And I feel like that's where like a lot of people, I know it sounds like a boomery thing to say, but like a lot of people in our generation don't really like value is the concept of delayed gratification. And it doesn't have to be like the desire to be like a world champion or anything like that, but there needs to be something. There needs to be something off into the future, in some timeline, right? It could be like in the future as a matter of months, leading into a competition, or getting ready to be like, lean for the beach, or something in that short term but long term, if that makes sense, or something like way off in the future. But the fact is, like, it has to outweigh whatever it is right now that you don't want to do, or else you won't be able to do it. So there's, like I said, there's always people saying like, oh, you have to be disciplined over motivated, but like it's a cliche, and unless you give like an actual way to achieve that, or some like actual measurable definition of what that is, I don't think many people are going to succeed at it, because you have to actually know what it is that is worth it to you to go through whatever, shittiness that there is now. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna move on to Larson's. I feel like doo-doo. But Larson's, belt squat, all that sort of fun stuff. the one positive of today was that belt squats felt really easy. And I think that's because one, I'm a lot stronger than I was since the last time I was here, but also I've been banding the living shit out of my fucking belt squats lately. So coming here with no accommodating resistance on the way up just feels really easy for the majority of the movement. And these were like really easy sets of 15, and last time I was here they were like hard sets of 8 to 10. So that's good. It's a good marker when you feel bad, your baseline at bad is better than your old baseline at bad. I think that's a much more telling marker of progress than having like these spurts of like, you know, your top end being revealed and feeling really good. Because comparing those days is a little more like, your good days are, like your really good days are few and far between, and you kind of need to be peaked for it. But like the consistent day in and day out, like baseline level of performance, if that keeps trending up, then you know you're going somewhere. That's my little bit for today. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow morning. I have some tempo bench to do, and I'm gonna go home now and eat because I'm starving. So I'll see you guys later. What is going on, guys? I don't know if you can hear me well, so I'm gonna scream at the camera. I have to wear a mask, so I'll be talking to you from underneath this mask. It is scorching and incredibly humid in here today. And let me tell you, tempo squats are not fun when it feels like you're getting waterboarded. So, despite all that, today was a pretty solid day, actually. I did my tempo squats, top 2 sets with 240 kilos. For those of you who are metrically challenged, 530 pounds. Follow that up with bench press triples, top sets with 190 kilos, followed by back downs with 170 kilos. moved on to deads, hit my first single since meet prep. For those of you who saw my meet footage, I pulled 716 pounds. Haven't pulled a single since, but this week was my first week of singles, reintroducing the pauses. 634 pounds, moving really, really well. Pause was clean, slack was completely out of the bar when I initiated the pull. Overall, just really happy with it despite how heavy pulls feel, given that I haven't pulled any singles. Backed off with some sets of 10, and that's it. I'm done for the day. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm off, but I'll be back in here for Friday, so you guys can see my SBD day then, which will be a little bit heavier. Have a tempo squat single, hoping to hit around like 584 to 590, and then deadlift sets of 8, bench single, all that good stuff. I'm feeling really, really strong, and I'm enjoying everything right now. I'm staying super, super busy. The internship is going really well. We've had some super productive talks, and I cannot believe we're halfway through with it, which is nuts. Check to see that I have camera time. All right, we're good. We have 2 minutes left of recording on this SD card. It's going really, really well. It's going really, really well, and I'm super proud of my my interns, and we're getting them ready. So once my website is ready, you guys will be able to get on a waiting list to be coached by them. And something to keep in mind is these guys have been busting their fucking asses. They already are coaches. But I wanted to make sure that they're really, really polished up. They've been writing sample programs. I've been challenging them every day. It's been awesome. So what's gonna happen is you guys will be able to access a form on the website where you'll get on a waiting list. And the great thing is I'm gonna be guiding the programming. So they're gonna be writing it, but I'm gonna sit down with them on calls prior to starting with each of you. And we're just gonna sit down and hash things out to make sure that we're on the same page. So you guys are gonna get phenomenal coaching from them, and you guys are gonna get, you know, they are going to get guidance from me along the way just to make sure that everything is going smoothly. And yeah, that's really it. That's it for today. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I'm just super excited for these coaches to show you guys what they can do. I'm so confident they are going to be some of the best in the game. Straight up. There's no sugarcoating it. They are going to be the best. It's just gonna happen. I'll see you guys tomorrow, or Friday. I'll see you guys Friday.
Go, John. Come on.
Come on. Real good.
Let's go. Go. No, I mean, this is that. This is that, right? Always. All the cleanings, right?
What is going on, guys? It is Friday. Again, another day of feeling like I'm getting waterboarded by this cloth mask in this humid Miami weather, but we're making do. We're making do. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now, so I hope you can. I'm gonna speak really loud. But training was really solid today. I had the extra day of rest, obviously, compared to last week. That was not the case, but I've been sleeping a lot more. I feel a lot better. And today's 584 tempo single was, I think, a better tempo than last week's 573, while still moving probably the same, if not a little bit faster, which for me on squats is huge, because when it comes to actually creating a microcycle that yields adaptation, squats are usually the tricky one for me, where bench and deadlift, I start to respond because I really am confident in knowing what works for each of those lifts. So every week I'm able to add weight at the same RPE because I'm actually making progress. But squats, sometimes it feels like I have to push a little bit and kind of force it, which obviously is not what you want to do, because that means that what you have written out, you're not necessarily responding to. But the situation I'm in right now, that's not the case. Training has been going really well on squats. I started this block with a pretty hard, not so tempoed 550. So for 584 to move like that, I'm super happy with. Bench was okay. 210, whatever. I tempoed it better early in the week, but my pec was kind of feeling it today. Been doing a lot despite, you know, coming off of a meet, so it makes sense. And then deadlifts feel phenomenal. You know, I've talked about this with my coaches, and one of the things that we always talk about is, you know, refining what has worked in the past and not necessarily trying to switch things up or do what you think would be better in theory, just because of the time of the year. My deadlifts respond so well to what I was doing. You just redo it. If it's sustainable and it fucking works and you're healthy, just keep refining, keep fine tuning, and we'll get to the point where you can program for yourself or your client that you've gotten this comfortable with in your sleep. It totally works, and there's no need to get creative or fancy. Just do what works. It's literally that simple. So that's it for today. I've been super excited to open my coaches up to you guys. So just as a reminder, there is going to be an announcement on my Instagram when the website goes live, and you guys can pre-register to work with these coaches. They've been busting their ass, like I said. They're super, super smart, and they're gonna be communicating with me about the programming along the way. So it's gonna be collaborative in a sense. The spots are gonna probably fill up pretty quickly. Honestly, since the quarantine started, I've probably gotten over 100 coaching inquiries. I obviously cannot take that many on, nor would I want to. I'm very comfortable with my roster size, but they are all eager to start getting to work with you. So when that comes out, be ready to sign up. That's all I really have for you guys today. I'll probably be back at it tomorrow. There's a competition here tomorrow, so I will not be here in the morning, but I'll probably be training after, and you'll see me then. Belt squats, Larson press, some bodybuilding stuff, just getting after it. And I'm really happy with how things are going, not just in training, but life. You know, maybe 2 years ago, I would have said that I felt kind of lost, uninspired, and felt like I wasn't really doing much. And I think it was because I was trying to do things that I just wasn't passionate about for the sake of like trying to fit a mold of what I'm supposed to do. But with how everything's going now, I feel super liberated. I feel very busy, productive, and like I always have something to work toward. And that's what I hope you can all find in your life. It's tough, especially when you're young. You come out of college and you're supposed to have everything figured out, and it's not the case, not even slightly. But life is your game. That's my corny piece of advice for today. Like, it's literally your game, and nothing really matters. So just do whatever the fuck you want. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's it. Before I get too existential with this talk. Take care, guys. That is it for the week of training here at Hybrid. I'm going to be going home Tuesday morning. Today's Saturday. I do train Monday, but training isn't exciting Monday. I have nothing really to show you guys. Likewise, today's bench is pretty weak, pretty uneventful. So skipped over the competition bench. There's really nothing for you guys to see there. It was just sets of 7, 170. They weren't great. Did some close grip Larsons after. And then I crushed belt squat. Like, belt squats have been feeling really strong, which is a super positive sign because getting my quads to do work is like the main goal for me with squats. My methodology has changed a little bit when it comes to squats and how I prep them, because I've always done a lot of volume per set on my competition squat, and I realized after a while it was just like, I'm good at it. I need to be better in the higher intensities, and I can still be sub-maximal, right? But just doing lower reps, right? So by default, the intensity is higher, even if the exertion is the same, in terms of RP at least. So rep ranges are down, intensity is a little higher on average, and then I'm just hammering away the belt squat twice a week for both quad hypertrophy, as well as just getting more like squatty. Like, obviously a low bar is gonna have a hinge component to it, especially with how I squat. But the more squatty I can get my squat to be, the better position I'll be in, because I can't keep digging this hole. I don't know if you saw my video with Pat Davidson, but if you go back to that video with Pat Davidson, one of the analogies we make is, you keep going to a well to fill a bucket of water, and after a while the well dries out, and it's like you have nowhere to go. Likewise, if you're like squishing something, right, eventually you can't compress it any further. In terms of squatting, that's kind of where I'm at. So a lot of my supplemental work comes in the form of movements that are like very up and down, very vertical translation of the pelvis. So belt squats, SSB, whenever the fuck that gets, whenever the fuck that shits. I ordered the Kabuki bar and it's super back ordered, but it is what it is. I've had a great time down here. Training has been going super well. I'm just excited, guys. I've said that already like 1,000 times. If you go back and make if someone made a compilation of all the times I've said I'm excited in every YouTube video I've ever made, you probably have enough for a 30-minute video. But seriously, training's going well, life is going well, and we're just getting after it, guys. The apparel is coming very, very soon. All the designs are finalized. The website is almost done, so be on the lookout for that because the launch is coming soon. That's all I have to say for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Remember, no bad days, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.